Hello, George here from AM 1100 The Flag, and I'm with Kevin Swenson at the Pebble Lake Golf Course in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know, I'm very interested in your golf course, but I have to tell you, I have a lot of interest in a kid named Chris Swenson.
Sure. My
Can
son.
you tell us about him?
Yeah, you bet. Chris is one of the many talented golfers that play at Pebble Lake, and grew up on this golf course. I started bringing him so I could golf myself, practice and whatnot when he was 2 years old. We'd head out the door with a car seat and a diaper bag, and got into the cart, and away we'd go. And he one day picked up a game of broken club that was out of the garbage can on the first hole, and he started swinging it and making good contact, and it was a righty club, and he was swinging the lefty, and hitting it backwards and making contact. Pretty interesting. So he went through all the paces of junior golf and middle school golf, and he latched on to the Otters. The Otters had nice maroon and gold bags, and he always wanted an Otter bag, and he was probably 8-10 years old. And the coaching staff for the Otters was kind enough to let him practice with the boys up on the putting greens and whatnot, and they'd play for candy bars or pops and whatever else. He finally made it as an Otter as an 8th grader, and had a spectacular high school
Finally,
career.
as an 8th grader.
Yeah. He had a spectacular high school career, and made it to the state tournament a couple times, once with the team as a junior and an individual as a senior, and then signed on with the Minnesota Technical College, community college in town for the M-State Spartans. Played 2 years with them and was an All-American both years, and went to the national tournament twice, and then moved on to the Bemidji State Beavers, and played 3 years for Coach Ekron Miller up there, and finished his college career this last spring through all the COVID, all that business and whatnot. Finished as conference champion individually. So pretty cool road of golf for that kid.
Well, Kevin, tell me about the Pine to Palm golf tournament in Detroit Lakes.
Both of us, Chris started the Pine to Palm. You have to be 16 years old, and he played in his first Pine to Palm, and he made it all the way to Saturday and got beat by a DL kid by the name of Robert Wagner, who played for the Gophers years ago. And he was quite a bit older than Chris. Chris was only 16, and I remember Russ Newman sitting by us. We were eating a brat in between matches one day, and Russ asked Chris who he was and where you're from, and he was kind of known as the kid from Fergus Falls. I don't even knew his name. And 16 years old, he almost beat this Robert Wagner guy to get into the finals. It was crazy good. And a couple of years later, he ends up winning the Pine to Palm, and I was fortunate enough to be. I wasn't fortunate enough that I got beat in the mid-am, but I got to caddy for him all the way through.
Oh, you caddied?
It was awesome.
For Chris.
It was so much fun, and the weather was terrible. It was cold, windy, rain.
Oh, I never remember that.
And he beat John Miller from Fargo, West Fargo, in the finals, which was crazy cool, you know. And as a father, coach to his son, player, we had butted a few times and had some disagreements on the golf course, and Chris showcased his talent, and he's just gotten so much better since. Pretty cool. And the year after that, he won the Birchmont up at Bemidji, which is another big tournament and a lot like the Pine. And then played the Resorters last year, trying to get all three of them. Got beat his first match, but won the consolation. So,
okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, I have a feeling we're not done watching Chris.
No, he's graduated and from Bemidji State, and is aspiring to is going to do all the big amateur events this summer, polish his game, and then next winter sometime try to play for a living. So I wish him well. Wish him a lot of luck
Absolutely.
and a lot of good fortune. He's worked very hard to get there.
Thank you, Kevin, for this extra story about Chris.
You bet.
I appreciate that. Here at Pebble Lake Golf Course in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, with Kevin Swenson. Thank you.
Welcome.